Hey guys, this is Torna, and today we're going to be going over Shrufus the Doofus. This is a new, interesting commander coming from Foundations. He is our first Saproling card. Previously, no Saprolings have only ever been tokens, so this is our first Saproling card and a legendary on top of that. I am incredibly excited about him. I am incredibly excited about brewing in general. I have way too many decks that I love, and I just love brewing decks for you guys. So that's going to kind of help transition us into our next couple things. First of all, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you share the video around, all that kind of stuff. We're going to be keeping up the pace. We do nearly a video a day, maybe sometimes 2 videos a day, but that is going to be what I'm talking about next, is that publishing more than 1 video per day ends up impacting my views, like on both videos, including, you know, making it so that you guys aren't seeing the videos that you want to see, like the news articles and stuff. They get pushed out less by YouTube, which is a real shame, because I don't want you guys to miss out on news. I don't want you guys to miss out on me talking about the pre-con stuff, basically all of the stuff that you guys love. So I wanted to make sure that I keep up with that, and I will, you know, we're going to go into a transitional period here where I'm going to keep up with that pace, right? There's no changes to the amount of content that I'm pushing out, but these kind of bonus things where I want to kind of talk about a card that I love and a brew that I love and a brew that I've made up, we are going to be transitioning those over to our members only platform. Now, I will still do brews on our main channel and stuff. I will say, you know, nothing is going to change in regards to that. Still the same amount of content. This is purely going to be bonus content that you can get access to by becoming a YouTube member. YouTube membership is relatively cheap. In fact, you know, this is the one here that you're going to be able to get the early preview for. So this is going to be $5 a month, I think it is, or $4 a month or something. This is showing the Australian level there. You're going to get, you know, early access to videos. You get all the custom emojis. I'm going to get huge new custom emojis and loyalty badges and stuff coming into the new year. There's more tiers, you know, priority replies to comments, members only polls, member shout outs in videos and everything. This is the one that you just need to, you know, if you want to look at this kind of bonus content, that's where you need to go to. Again, you know, I was kind of hoping not to have to do bonus content via members only or anything, but it's just going to end up, you know, tanking our views and making it so you guys can't see the stuff that you want. And, you know, I have so many video ideas up in here that I just can't keep it all on, you know, one channel to be able to kind of, you know, make it so that keep up that pace, because it would just end up needing to triple the pace that stuff's coming out. So yeah, you know, this is a way that we can potentially do that. So yeah, if you guys want to see more brews and stuff like that, I don't know how many bonus ones I'm going to do per week, per month, per week kind of thing, per day. We'll see. I can brew until my eyes are liquid, because I just absolutely love brewing decks. So yeah, if you guys like to support that way, you're going to get to some exclusive content from now on, which I was really hoping not to need to do, but we're going to have to, unfortunately. So let's get into it. So our first one here, this is not an exclusive one. Everyone's going to get to see this video. So yeah, you know, as I said, I'm going to be making it so that you guys get to see just as many, hopefully. No, sorry, not just as many, hopefully, just as many. Hopefully, you know, we get to keep doing deck brews if there's not other stuff we need to cover too. So this is Shrufus the Sprout Sire. So he is a legendary Saproling, and he has Saprolink. Whenever a Saproling you control deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green Saproling creature tokens. So he is a little dork, 1/1 trample, but we're going to be building it into essentially Saproling / fungi, because fungi make Saproling tribal here. So going through, we've got obviously, you know, Shrufus up there. Getting into our artifacts, we've got Idol of Oblivion. We're going to be creating a lot of Saproling tokens. Now, some of them are going to get potentially pretty big, but most of them are going to be 1/1s and stuff. So Skull Clam's going to bring us some early kind of card bonus that will then eventually transition into potentially buffing something up later on. Now, you'll notice that we don't have Arcane Signet in here. This is a pure greens deck. I'm pretty fine with just having Emerald Medallion in here instead, just flat reduce 1. We've got Maskwood Nexus in here as well, because you know, there's not many saplings. There's one sapling here, and then we've got sapling tokens. So let's turn all of our stuff into saplings. Why not? There's just, you know, it's just a better idea to be able to give everything sapling. So into our creatures, we've got a lot of fungi that create essentially, you know, saplings by getting these spore counters. We don't really have much spore counter, like a way to be able to make more spore counters. It's mostly just per upkeep, but we do have a bunch of proliferate in here later on. So to kind of go with the proliferate, so I was thinking about it, like we've got fungi, we got Shrufus here. He wants saplings. We're going to create sapling tokens via these spore counters. So what can go with our spore counters, right? Like we want to proliferate them. So then from there, I was like, we're proliferating anyway. Why not add in the +1s? So we've got a bunch of kind of +1 support in here as well, counters. So we've got Renata, we've got Rishkar as well. So we've got them being able to turn our saplings into mana dorks because, you know, why not? Namata is going to allow us to sack some saplings to buff up the rest of them. You know, more spore countery stuff whenever whenever a land enters, create a sapling. You know, that's great. All our saplings are now mana dorks. So we've got a bunch of ways to turn these into mana dorks as well. Champion a Lambholt, make it so our saplings can't be blocked. So now we're just going to create them exponentially because, you know, we come in, we swing in with 3 that can't be blocked. And now, boom, now we've got 6. Now 6 that can't be blocked. Now we've got 12, etc., etc. It's just slowly chipping people down. It's just going to be hilarious. We got Timeless Provisioner here to make it so that, you know, we're creating foods and treasures. We'll get to some combos later on. There is a bunch of combos in this deck too with this. We've got Evolution Sage bringing us some proliferate whenever a land enters, and then we've got Jaheira turning him into dorks as well. Tendershoot Dryad's great in this, creating a sapling each upkeep, not just our upkeep, each upkeep. And then we've got, you know, Enduring Vitality. Turn them into dorks there too. Why not? Just have a whole bunch of dorks everywhere. Our enchantments are mostly around, you know, +1s. We've got stuff like Evolutionary Leap, which is great. Green, sack a creature because we can sack our little 1/1 saplings and then be able to use it to essentially kind of draw if it's a creature. So I can get into our draw that way. We've got Leyline of Abundance here, making it so that anytime we tap our little sapling mana dorks, now they are tapping for additional green mana. More kind of mana dork, buff them up with Sylvan, you know, just great ways to kind of make use of this. Now, I did add Garruk's Uprising in here because now they all have trample because of the fact that they are just little 1/1s. They're not going to be able to do much, or they'll get either easily blocked by other people's 1/1s. Let's give them trample. So now they're 2/2s blocking, hitting 1/1s, and boom, now we're just going to create a whole bunch of more saplings. I also wanted to double their power. Unnatural Growth's a great way to be able to do that. We've got Growing Rights. We're going to have so many creatures. This is going to easily flip into a Gaia's Cradle, essentially. Beastmaster Ascension for a huge buff. And then Epic Struggle is going to be a huge win con here. We've got 20 saplings out. We're not doing much. Now, boom, Epic Struggle's out. Now we're winning. Our instants in here are about buffing up our creatures or making it so that we're fighting and then, you know, protecting a little bit in here with like fog and stuff. Our little mana dorks. Second Harvest to double all of our little dudes. Just get a whole bunch of them out there really, really easily. And then now we've just got a whole bunch of, like we had 20 saplings. Now we've got 40 saplings. Court of Calling's great in here too, so we can tutor up like one of our big creatures. Probably best one to tutor up is Tendershoot Dryad, or like the Evolutionary Sage is going to be great too if you've got a whole bunch of the fungi dudes out there too. There's a bunch of great things to be able to tutor here with Cord, and because of the fact that we can convoke all our little dudes, we can get something great out from it. In our sorceries, you know, we got some nice removal here that's got Proliferate tapped onto it. We've got a board wipe with Azuri's Predation that's going to also create a whole bunch of green tokens there. Road of Return and Gala to return something from our graveyard. Spontaneous Generation, create a bunch of mana dorks from that, as well as Sapling Symbiotes as well, create a bunch of them. Well, I keep saying mana dorks because we're going to turn them into mana dorks, but they're just saplings too, so even if they hit someone in the face, boom, now you create another sapling. Really, really great uses. So if we get into our actual combos in here, if we go up here to Rex and go combos, and go to the included ones here. So we've got like Perilous Forays, Tireless Provisioner, and Spore Mound are all going to create a bunch of stuff and get all of our land out. We've got this one here, which is insane, a whole bunch of triggers in here, because whenever the saplings come in, they're forest lands, and then that's going to proliferate, and then we're going to be able to just create a huge amount of saplings, just infinite saplings, which is crazy. And that one works alongside this too. Whichever one of the things you've got in here that works alongside the spore counters, they're going to work alongside that between these three big things. And even just Spore Mound and Life and Limb is a draw the card, draw the game. It's probably not a great one, but because of the fact that you're just going to create infinite sapling land tokens, so you will need to have a way to be able to remove, Spore Mound or something to stop this happening. But otherwise, you can just create an infinite amount of saplings, which is just hilarious, especially when you've got this funky little dude there to kind of hit them. So that's it for today, guys. I'd love to hear from you guys as to what you think. I'll put the link to this down in the description in the comments and stuff as well. Let me know, if you guys, what kind of decks you'd love to see me brew and everything. I hope you guys had a wonderful day, and goodbye.